Okay then. For those who have subscribed to this channel for a while now, and many of you should do the same as well, many of you guys already know that the PlayStation 2 is my favorite gaming console of all time. Everyone else may agree with me on this fact, but back then I never got a chance to look into different opportunities for the console itself. That's where this game comes in, the one that I'll be discussing here today, hoping to explore more than what I already know. Yet, what is anime? Mainly, it's a Japanese-style animation that expresses creativity and meaning. Yet there are too many of these programs that I wouldn't even dare to count. But around the teenage years, there was a nighttime TV blog called Toonami, where I used to enjoy back in the glory days of Cartoon Network. As of this recording, the blog is still airing on Adult Swim. Even before the Switch channel swap, there are a number of anime that I remember seeing back then. Transformers Armada, a Gundam anime, I forgot which one that is to be 100% honest, and the most obvious of the bunch, Dragon Ball, both the original and its popular sequel. Yet there's one anime that constantly slips from the back of my own mind no matter how many times I'm trying to remember the stupid thing. And that anime is Naruto. For those who don't know about the series at all, it's an animated series about a ninja trainee who wished to become Hokage. A leader, to say the least. The anime did expand into a franchise with 2 sequel continuations, a handful of movies, and a large squadron of video games to boot. My first introduction to the franchise was a fighting game of all things. My cousin Logan wanted to play an Ultimate Ninja Storm spin-off with me. With enough persuasion from his part, we got a chance to play Generations for the Xbox 360. It wasn't long until I give Revelation a try for the PS3. Still to this day, I still just don't get it. I still didn't know anything about this Shinobi rabbit hole. But I finally gave in and tried to look at different ways that the franchise did try to please both gamers and critics alike. Sadly, this isn't one of those titles. Today's game is developed by Cavia, the same people behind the Dragon Guard trilogy and several spin-off titles from Resident Evil. Despite my lack of understanding and knowledge of Naruto, can this game change my mind about how much people matter to the franchise, or is this just a failed test? Hope you're ready for a challenge, because this is my review of the PS2 exclusive title, Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles. This original story, while being separate from the anime, is only explained by text and not in narration either, which is seriously lackluster, and we're already off to a rocky start here. But after looking through both the manual and gathering enough research online, I finally put the pieces together to understand the story here clearly. The story basically goes like this. The Hidden Leaf village continues to be at peace while the village's military strength is at its peak, until constant incidents near the Land of Fire, obviously Naruto's home country, have been occurred by Orochimaru, one of the Sannin, or the legendary 3 ninja, who are plotting to destabilizing the village through dangerous schemes. As a response, the village leaders have decided to take action. In the process, the leaders have assigned lower class students to assist the C rank ninjas or higher, making their training more difficult. While some of the lower class ninjas are having a hard time keeping up, others have never been so thrilled to assist, including Naruto Uzumaki, who is more than willing to protect his home.
Hey, I'm trying to get all motivated here.
The goal here is to complete all missions that were assigned beforehand. Most of the missions are just random, like investigating certain villages and whatnot, but the most irritating mission was the escorts, either delivering fragile objects or taking prisoners to the Hidden Leaf village. Along the way, you'll be ambushed by other ninjas, and you'll have to keep them away from the car before it is completely destroyed. If you complete the objective, you're rewarded with both the amount of virtue, the game's main currency, and other items to assist you. In some missions, you'll be able to call upon some assistants to help you complete objectives. You can summon up to 2 Genin, but you can only deploy one of Naruto's friends at a time. In the pause menu, you can choose which friend to help you. Once they're summoned, their time of use is counted for as a stamina bar. If it runs out, you'll return to the battlefield as Naruto, while your friend recharges his battery, if you catch my drift. In the abilities menu, you'll get a chance to upgrade your health and stamina with enough virtue you have obtained. But that's not the only thing you will need in order to carry out the mission, because the game allows you to buy skill chips, shaped puzzle pieces that lets you get the upper hand, and customize them with skill plates, which can be rewarded by completing certain missions. Fill in the skill plate completely grants you an extra boost in your stats, like stun resistance or a health boost. Taijutsu, which refers to martial arts combat, and ninjutsu, refers to techniques and skills, are the key to fight back against enemies who stand in your way. With certain skill chips equipped, you can perform some interesting tricks like the air dash move, which turns out to be a very useful maneuver, especially in navigation areas. Others like spoils of battle, which increase the number of items that opponents have been dropped, and orb absorb, which draws the orbs towards you, are definitely effective and making the gameplay more easier to handle. Once you completed the first mission in the game regarding the exchange shop, Emporium Kareen will be available to use however you wish. Here you can exchange items or ninja tools for more effective items at your disposal. But without the spoils of battle skill chip equipped, grinding for drop items will quickly become a giant pain in the neck. While we're on the subject, I thought the relationship between Naruto and Kareen was kind of touching. Their bond for independence works out well here, and it completely outshines his bond with Hinata in this game, who only showed up briefly. I know that's what the anime is there for. I just didn't feel the connection between those two, aside from the mission, Hinata's helper, which I thought it is a nice callback from the original anime.
What? You were the one that caught this guy?
Just got lucky, I guess.
Once you clear the main story, the game automatically starts a new game plus. Here you have to start the story over again while both your health and stamina have been reset. But it'll allow you to carry over the skill chips and the skill plates you have already obtained. Plus, a new mode has been added in as well. Boss Battle Mode. A number of green dots appear on the map, and entering one will automatically start a battle against an opponent you have already beaten in the main story. Except these enemies have higher defense, attack harder, and will not hold anything back. There are a few mini games that are a breath of fresh air from the adventure itself. One of them is Sign Chain, where you have to match the correct button within a time limit. Another is a dice minigame where you bet minerals as a prize. These can be exchanged in the weapon exchange shop. The player with the highest number wins, but be careful about calling out your opponent out for cheating.
Hey, that was cheating! Huh, play dumb, will you? Fine, I'll teach you to monkey with me.
The final minigame is Jiraiya's Battle Challenge, which lets you battle as many enemies as you can within a time limit. If you manage to get a higher record on either the Sign Chain or the Battle Challenge, you're rewarded with a special skill chip, which will grant you an advantage in combat. The best mission that I have tackled onto is Trouble in the Sand. Entering the Sand Village is a unique change of pace, but that's nothing compared to the challenge itself. Making your way to the rooftop and battling against Gaara of the desert. It was a different direction to where the game is going, while following the original story. But for some reason, it worked out better than I expected.
Hold it, Pervy Sage! Where are you going?
Research for my next novel. Castles always get my imagination going. You know, sexy licentious ladies in waiting, lecherous lords. Hubba hubba, yow yum you.
I know people would probably say that the escort missions are the worst thing the game has put out, but I found out that the prison escorts are somewhat more of a challenge. Excuse me. The trick is to have stronger taijutsu skill chips equipped and better cooperation with your teammates. But the gambler's debt mission? That is easily the worst in my personal opinion. Players have to track down a specific monkey who somehow won a game, leaving the gambler in massive debt. You have to chase down the monkey and knock some sense into him before the time runs out. But it gets really difficult from here. The arena choice was a bit difficult to stand your ground. Even Chochi would have a hard time. The amount of time that has been given didn't show up during the fight, and the worst thing that irritates me, as if for any reason you ran out of time, the monkey just runs away with its health completely restored, meaning you have to fight him again and take the animal down properly.
Got away again! Rat!
The charm from the Naruto anime works well here. Let's get the obvious point out there right now. I know what the biggest criticism from hardcore fans is like. I shouldn't review these games if I haven't seen the anime first! Here's the truth. I'm not a big anime nerd like some guys are, nor am I the curious type to look for them directly. People are just different. That said, for what I can recall from the bits and pieces I've seen from the anime years back, the game did a great job of staying true to the source material, and it surprisingly marks a true dedication to its fan base at the time, particularly with the voice acting and story structure. The boss battles aren't just focused on the bad guys here, but can be your allies too if things got out of hand. For some reason, it makes sense. Plus, the developers decided to be creative with the boss battle choices. Whenever you decided to beat down Sasuke quickly, for example, just to see his corrupted state for his secondary phase or whatever, then again, you may not decide to speedrun the game and just enjoy the boss battles like I did from the first time I have played this. This original story is the only thing that kept this experience engaging and enjoyable to see. All thanks to Masashi Kishimoto. I really hope I pronounced that right. Who is also responsible for the game's art design. For the most part, the story's execution works well here, despite the game's use of text and lack of storytelling, which can wear down the experience at times. What's interesting about the skill plates is the overall structure and design choices for them. Each skill plate is inspiring, designing like a toad or a nine-tailed fox. In a way, it does capture some essence from the anime, which is a nice touch in my opinion. The biggest mistake that it has caused is the mission progression system. Once you accept the mission, you have to be at your best in order to complete the mission. But beforehand, you could choose to explore the area and level up more while learning about your strategy on the certain mission you are preparing for, which I have done in my playthrough instead of just running through the story. The system allows you to progress whenever you complete the mission with its awards obtained or fail the mission, making the gameplay experience much more frustrating. The character models design choices left me seriously concerned, almost as if this game is a precursor to Jump Force or something. I don't know, it's just an example here. I was really worried that the character models will be showcased in the gameplay as well, but they're only showcased in different cutscenes throughout the game, which is fine. But the developers need a new strategy to tell the story better, because these type of cutscenes didn't work for me. Aside from that, the gameplay makes this experience slightly awkward. But this isn't the first time I've seen this bland game quality. There are no other combo features to perform, powerful moves that can be generic over time, and some of the missions are the same thing over and over again. Unless you don't mind these negatives, you're in for a mediocre gaming experience. Not all missions can guarantee a failure. Oh no, it gets worse. If for any reason you run out of health in a boss battle or fail to escape from a certain area, you'll automatically get a game over and restart at the title screen. Unless you save in a certain area beforehand, you'll have to restart at the last save or start the mission over again. I forgot to mention this too, but there is no auto-saving feature here, meaning you have to start saving your progress every now and then. Unless you're playing on something stupid like a no-save run of the game. Then you're really losing your mind in a rage quit kind of way. As a reintroduction to Naruto, does this game hold up? Nope, not by a long shot. This is clearly a hard pill to swallow. I tried my best to have a good time playing this game, but now I see that this is very bad. But certainly not the worst Naruto game out there. There are much worse games than this. Keep in mind, I'm only judging this game as a USA release, because I know developers try to make this a different gameplay experience, mostly because of story spoilers and misplaced plot threads. Players from Japan would already have a much better gaming experience there, with a way it already presented at the time. But here, all we have is a lackluster, boring, unfocused mess of a game that shouldn't be touched, especially for hardcore fans of the manga or anime. As a game rated for teenagers, that's honestly a tough one to call. For nostalgia aspects or want to see an original story separate from the anime, more power to you. But in terms of gameplay and mission status, it quickly became repetitive very fast.
You pass for now. Barely.
Your grading's too tough, Kakashi-sensei.
It's for the best in your case.
Be the hero, live the adventure. Ugh, yeah, a really boring one. I'm sorry for those who somehow enjoy this chronicle, but I just can't stomach this one. There has to be some fun in the Naruto series outside of the Ultimate Ninja series, right? Well, I'm hoping to find that answer when we get to the sequel, Uzumaki Chronicles 2. Believe me, we'll look at that one very soon. Some part of me wants to hate this game for wasting my time. Truth be told, I'm not mad at it, just utterly disappointed. I get why they wanted to change things up for the American release, but it was not worth the effort. This is nothing but shame, misery, and embarrassment for an impression in the Naruto franchise that has gone wrong. Same thing goes for next time, where I have a Dragon Bone to pick with this movie game. It'll finally be the time to get that thing out of my system. In the meantime, I have a book to read. May have misplaced it somewhere. But anyway, hopefully it'll help me stay away from any ninja nonsense for a while. Thanks again for watching, and have yourselves a good day.
I stand by what I say. That's my ninja way.
Kid, what's your name?
Naruto Uzumaki.
Okay, Naruto. That's enough for today. I'll ask for you again by name.
Great.